Okay, I'll just explain what I'm making here. I actually made it's a homemade vibratory rock cleaner, which I use for cleaning coins with metal detecting. So what I wanted was some sort of bowl, but was more rubbery than plastic, so you won't get as much noise from it. So the idea was I already had this tub of latex, as you can see. I've had that for quite a few years and it's still okay. So I thought I'd make my own by, I just got this Pyrex dish. Just a big piece of plasticine with a bit of an hole in it. I just had a piece of metal sticking out of the to keep the hole clear. I just coated it over and over with the latex. Then I came to, obviously that's what I came out with. But I say after quite a few layers and it got thicker, I pulled it out. But like I say, it was quite bendy, quite wobbly, so I ended up putting these pieces of wire in and silicone, putting the latex over that. Same, just thought stick them in. Plus I did some pieces around here on the inside. Yeah, some pieces going down into it, so it made it a lot more firmer. Plus I put a piece around the inside of the, so it made it so obviously it's quite rigid, but obviously it's still rubber. These here are just anchor points for the springs, which you'll see in a minute. You can see it's quite. But I have noticed when I've took it off to explain. Well, the reason why I actually recorded all this as I was making it, but somehow I've managed to lose it all. Must have wiped it off somehow. So I only had the second half of it. So I just took it apart to explain it. But I have noticed it was rubbing through here when I took it apart. I was wondering where the bit of noise was coming from. So obviously that's it. So what I'm just doing now, this is the platform where it attaches to. You're going to see the springs on the bottom in a minute. So that just slides over the top of the, and that pin comes through the top. But obviously on there is where it's rubbing free. So I'll just put some Evo stick on there, and I've got a piece of rubber, it's just off an old rubber welly. Put some Evo stick on there, and I'm just going to glue that down onto that, and have that sitting on top of it. So should be even less noise from that. There weren't much noise, but sometimes when you turned it up a bit faster, you got a bit of rattling. Obviously that's where it was coming from. So I'll just glue that down on there, then I'll explain the rest. Okay, that's stuck pretty firm. Should be quite good that. So as you can see, I'll just get to the back of camera. I say it's just a piece of ply with that threaded rod, which I threaded myself. Just going through it, and you can see it's full of springs, which I'll show you how them attach in a second. Okay, I've put a knot there because on the inside of it's the thickness of that. I ended up pouring some latex in, so it's ended up about that thick. So I put a knot there and put a washer on it, so that'll sit against the thick part of the silicone. otherwise when you start tightening the top up it just keeps pushing it further and further down because it's just squashing it up. So as you can see, that will just go inside of there and sit against that. I think I did a bigger washer for that. Like so. Just down that back on in there. Okay, so that's fastened to that, as you can see. Right, see, I put them anchors on there because sometimes it would rotate around a bit, and obviously these side springs here just stick onto it. That's all. And that. So that's basically anchoring it a bit more to that piece of wood. Just stops it from vibrating and turning around, so it keeps it in one position. Okay. So as you can see, I've also made this box which is going to mount on. See. Now these other pieces of metal wire here, just for the springs to anchor on, which you'll see in a minute. And the mortar, I did have a bigger mortar, which I'll explain more when, you'll hear me explain when I go to the other clip. But all that does is your mortar just fastens directly to the bottom of the piece of wood, so it's basically just screwed to that, which I'll just do that, show you that. As you can see, that's just all one full piece, that's all connected together. All I've done with that mortar there is got a piece of sort of tin, which is like that stuff. Just a piece of tin like that. Made it long enough for it to wrap round the mortar. Just so, as you can see, just cut slits in it and blast them out and fasten them down. Just jubilee clipped it to the mortar. All I've done on the mortar, as you can see here, is put a piece of lead fastened to another piece of tin what's trapped underneath that small jubilee clip, as you can see. So obviously when that spins with being off centre, it'll make it vibrate. So I'll just dig that back up, as you'll see me do now. what it is, all I want that doing is hovering and just being attached by the springs. So obviously when it's vibrating, it's not touching anything, it's just being held up by all the springs. So I've got 4 of these side ones, like so. So as you can see now, it's just bouncing. It's just being held up by the springs. The ones what's still here, all I've got there is a rounded screw. I just push these springs onto them and they just basically hold themselves. It's just a rounded screw that. It just makes it a lot firmer, really, that. So you can see it's a bit more steadier. That's it. Then the screws what I've just pushed them onto. One at top and one at bottom. I've actually got 2 springs together there. I think that's what makes them all better when you just shove them onto the screw. So on each place. And there we have it. But right, when I go to this next clip, it's basically carrying on from what I already had. And that's it, it's just this first clip what I deleted by accident, so I've just explained it again. So I'll let the rest of the video just carry on. And I also explain that I did have a bigger motor. I've just changed it for this smaller one, which works better. Right, okay, I'll just tell you what's happened since. I've had to actually change the motor on it from that. Reason being, this is a 12 volt motor. It was off one of these electric scooter things. It seems a good motor, but for whatever reason it just stops after so long. Or it's not made for going continuously, I don't know. But like I said, that's a 12 volt one. So I've now gone to a smaller one, but it's a lot better. Here's that one, you can see. So yeah, for me this around a bit smaller, and that is out of that gun. That's the spare one of what I had, which I probably won't use again because I have them too. And what I do like about this is it's a 24 volt motor, and I'm actually running it off an old laptop power pack, which is 20 volts. But obviously when I've took it out, I took the trigger out with it, which is really good because you can, depending on how much you press it, you can depend on it changes in the speed you want the vibration. So I'll just press it a bit. If it's switched on there. Okay, now it's switched on. As much as I press it, you can see, I'll change how much vibration I want in it. You can see that. So what I'm going to do with that is mount it on the inside. That's what I've got that for. Then I'll put whatever I've done with that. I'll probably put something like that going through and adjusting the speed for whatever vibration I want on it. Also what I have tried is different stuff inside, like I tried normal sand, but it was really dusty and it gets everywhere. And I tried this more coarse sand, but when I put coins in with that, it came out blacker than when they went in. Well, that was no good. So what I'm actually using now, which is really good, it's crushed shells, which is off the beach. So last time I went metal detecting at the beach, I got 2 bags of crushed shells, which is all already gathered up on right at the top of the coastline. I've got 2 bags of that, which thought it's hard, but it's not going to damage the coins really. And that seems like really good stuff for cleaning them up. So that's what's happening at the moment. Okay, this is what I'm up to now. So, made a bracket for that, as you can see. Now going next. Into contacts for it. So I'll make that inside and make that adjust it so obviously it's the press iron. Just turn it. Okay, so now I'm just going to see. Right, here I've got switch for turning it on. Yeah. That's the adjuster for the speed, which I'll demonstrate now. So I'll turn it on. Turn that. See when you turn that, it's just push it against the switch at the back, so you can see it properly. You press it against that switch, that button. And that's it, that's adjusting the speed. What I've got on there is a locking nut from the inside. You'll be able to see it properly. Actually, I made 2, but I only end up using 1, which is that's what I've actually made from the inside. Get this one out. It's actually a steel locking nut. This, not one of the plastic ones. So if we'll always be working around it, won't wear away. And that's what from the inside, what keep it tight, so the vibration of the vibration of that won't actually adjust it, the speed. And that's it. So there's actually a coin in there. Nothing to make. I'll fit in a minute. Maybe it might not. Okay, I've decided to put these 2 copper joints in, an elbow joint, and a 22 straight joint. See if it cleans them up in it. okay with this. Okay, they've been in here a couple of hours. I'm not expecting they're too clean, but I'll see how they're doing. Just thought I'd show that it is working. End up moving it over here to my way because I need to do something over there. I think I could do with a butterfly nut on there or something. As you can see, it is started cleaning them up. Obviously if I give it longer, cleaning it will get. The other joint. So it is looking a bit shinier. We just need longer for cleaning it up more. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else I'm going to do. It might try putting different stuff in for see what difference it does cleaning. Like I said, the broken shells seem to be alright. So okay, I've just cut back into this video. I thought I'd show you since I've put that rubber underneath. It's a hell of a lot quieter. As you can hear from a minute ago when I just went to it. There's virtually not much sound at all. And, a couple of coins in there. So if you're going to make one of these, it's a good idea for just put out some sort of rubber underneath, in between that and in between the bowl and the piece of wood. It makes it a hell of a lot quieter. Okay, I'll just let it carry on now. Okay, so that's my homemade vibratory tumbler, which seems to work fine. Anyway, if there's any questions, just ask and I'll answer them as best I can. So I'll leave it there, and so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.